Hello, my name is Carolina Fleischman. Welcome back to my channel. In my prior video, I addressed teenage and adult female acne in a combined presentation. In this series, I will address them separately in order to provide additional and more thorough information. I believe they're critical enough topics because acne is considered an epidemic among teenagers and adult females, and so they deserve to be addressed separately. And I think you will find both versions beneficial and use them as cross-reference. Teenage acne today is considered an epidemic, and it's very unlikely to see a teenager that does not suffer from some form of acne. Acne is a term that is ascribed to a process, and it begins in the follicle. Whether you break out once a week, once a month, it is all considered acne. And whether you have blackheads or clogged pores, it is also acne. It is believed to be hereditary. So it makes sense then that if mom and dad had it, the best thing they can do is treat acne proactively with their kids, because acne has no cure. But as long as we prevent it proactively, they never have to break out. We often refer to teenage acne as being hormonal, and yet there is a 2% of teenagers that never get an acne lesion. So does that mean that they do not have hormones and they can't procreate? Hormones play somewhat of a role, but it is more of a hereditary issue. And it has to do with the beginning of the acne process, which is the cells sticking together inside the follicle. So knowing that it's hereditary, it is never too early to treat it. When it comes to treatment for teenagers, I like to make it very simple and yet effective, because teenagers tend to be not too compliant when it comes to any skincare treatment. And acne needs to be treated every day. So take notes. The first thing, a benzoyl peroxide wash, 2.25%, and that is morning and night for both girls and boys. The second is a leave-in benzoyl peroxide, 5% for girls and a 5% and a 10% for boys. For boys is a higher percentage because boys tend to have a more aggressive form of acne. And for both, every single night. Acne bacteria needs to be killed every single night. Now, if needed, you can use the leave-in treatment in the morning and in the evening. But I cannot emphasize enough that it needs to be done every day. The third, but not least important component is a broad spectrum SPF. A broad spectrum of SPF of 30. You don't need to go any higher because the the difference between a 30 and a 50 is a minuscule. So 30, the SPF 30 is enough, but it needs to be broad spectrum where it covers from the UVB and UVA rays. Now another important fact is that, and this has been published in many dermatology journals, and it's been confirmed that milk causes acne. And it is not because we give hormones to cows. It is because we milk them when they're pregnant. And when they're pregnant, they're producing steroidal hormones. And in nature, the cow pushes the calf away because it knows innately not to do it. And yet, we consume it. It doesn't matter whether you get your milk at Whole Foods or another grocery store, they're all the same. And it's not only milk, but milk products like ice cream, yogurt. And I cannot tell, this is a very important fact because it has been, so many studies have confirmed again and again in a group of nurses and a group of their kids, and it has confirmed that milk causes acne. And it used to be that dermatologists told you that diet had nothing to do with acne. But after many years and many studies, they have come to the conclusion that yes, it does cause acne. Another thing that is beneficial for teenage acne is to use zinc, 50 milligrams a day. 50 milligrams a day, 3 times a day. Morning, lunch, and dinner. What zinc does, it excretes an anti-inflammatory into the follicle. And remember, acne is an inflammatory disorder. So it has been proven to be very effective for the treatment of acne. The next thing I would like to tell you is antibiotics. Perhaps I feel very strongly about this because this is from a personal experience. Physicians like to treat teenage acne with antibiotics without the proper topical treatment. And pretty soon you go through the whole alphabet of antibiotics and the treatment fails. And you feel like you have to live with acne for the rest of your life. Antibiotics are good to start off with to encourage the patient to adhere to the treatment, because it does, if you see an improvement at the beginning, you're encouraged to continue the treatment. But it will fail unless you are given the topical treatment of benzoyl peroxide wash and a benzoyl peroxide leave-in, where it gets in the follicle and it stops P. acne bacteria. So that's another thing. Now, blue light. Blue light is used to treat acne. And unfortunately, the ones that they sell at the store to use at home, they're not strong enough to help. So the ones at the dermatologist's office, they can help, and they have proven to be very helpful. Accutane. For those teenagers that have gone through Accutane, perhaps we would have less Accutane failures if we, after 2 weeks of stopping Accutane treatment, we were giving the right topical treatments when, after 2 weeks, the sebaceous glands have come back to normal and the follicle is still clean. So we're starting from a clean slate. But unless we follow with the proper treatment, we will fail again and again. Because many people think that after Accutane, they're cured forever and they can do whatever they want. Remember, there's no cure for acne. So we have to prevent it for the rest of our lives. When it comes to retinoids for treating teenage acne, I like to look at the family history. Remember, a retinoid, there's no age limit. Actually, retinoids are used to treat infant acne that sometimes presents itself in about 3 months of birth. And retinoid is the gold standard for acne because it changes the environment inside the follicle, and it prevents that tendency of the cells sticking together. So let's review. Number 1, benzoyl peroxide wash, 2.25. Second, benzoyl peroxide leave-in, 5% for girls, 10% for boys. A broad spectrum SPF of at least 30. And the next one is antibiotics. You cannot stay on antibiotics forever. Milk causes acne. So if you have an aggressive form of acne, take it completely out, please. Blue light can be very helpful. Retinoids is the gold standard for acne. So, and there's no age limit to use retinoids. And zinc. Zinc has been proven to be so very helpful for acne. 3 times a day, 50 milligrams. This concludes my discussion of teenage acne. And like I mentioned at the beginning, I will continue discussing the adult female acne in my next video. So please, I invite you to join me to my next video. And please do not forget to like and subscribe. And I invite you as well to go to my website, where every month I have a free ebook to download, as well as blogs where you can get further information. This month, my ebook is on acne. It is a very detailed and it talks about treatment for acne. Yes, it is about acne. And if you have any comments, you can leave them in the box. All the descriptions of my contact information is in the description below. And in the meantime, remember, we all are a work in progress. So be kind to yourself and others, and stay happy, healthy, and keep smiling. Come with me to the next video.